Well, this is the new setup. It's 8 foot by 10 foot. It's got reflector kind of insulation on the top. I'm going to tape it, but right now I just kind of have it overlapped right there. Typical regular fluorescent lights. And I've got some root makers and just regular little 3-inch and 4-inch pots. And I got some of these containers this year. I'm going to do some acorns and chestnuts. So I'll let you kind of watch what I do here for planting them. So I'm planting chestnuts right now. So I'm basically just taking, I put these in layers, like if you saw me stratify them last fall. And then if they haven't sprouted, I lay them off to the side because they will sprout. I kept this kind of dry to avoid mold, so some haven't sprouted. I'll add a little moisture, they'll start sprouting quickly. But we got one right here. Now it's kind of long, so I do a little screwdriver, I poke a hole, and I put it in there, and it goes in just like that. I just gently pull it out again, get the root, poke it in, smoke it in there. Occasionally I break a root and then I feel bad about it. And then I just move along. Running a little late this year. I had a lot of stuff going on with kids' sports and so forth. But they're going to work out just fine. When you plant them, when they got a root that's 4 and 5 inches long, it's instead of the 2 week wait for things to sprout. You know, usually within a week you have stuff sprouting. And then if I have a particularly curly root, I can just smash the dirt back around, and of course I'll water these all at the end, and then I won't water them again until I see leaves sprouting. If you hear a slight fan sound in the background, I have a small space heater in this enclosed area. It's got I have 4 mil plastic and clear sheeting, plastic sheeting that I'm using around to hold the heat in. And I'm going to try to keep the temperature about 75 degrees, and we'll see how that goes. I may turn it down to 70 while I'm stepping away here for a couple days. Just so the soil doesn't dry out too much while I'm gone. If it's too long, I just terminate that taproot. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but that's what I do because it doesn't fit otherwise. And I don't want to snap it off up closer to the plant, but that's perfect. That will sprout so fast. Make an awesome chestnut tree. Got a molding out there. Can you see that? Soil's holding to it. One moldy one so far. I've had questions about if you have a curly root, what do you do? Well, I plant it. It'll figure out up from down. I don't know if it'll cause problems with root bound. I think folks can make things a lot more complicated than you want because we kind of operate our lives in a real scientific way sometimes. Some people do. You know, right and wrong. I think nature has a lot of ways to make itself survive. So if it's curly and curling up or down, we'll plant it in the ground and it'll sprout. Most likely it'll be fine. And if it's not, guess what? Do it again. Do it with something else, and you'll learn from that. In a future video, I'm excited to show my new little watering system. I hooked up to I have a PEX watering system at my house, so I was able to hook up to that. I think we're going to have much easier time watering. I don't have to carry buckets up and down the steps to the basement anymore. Pretty fired up about that. This is a good example of one that's really spiraled. See that? That will do just fine. Do I leave them exposed? Usually. I'll put a little bit of dirt over them because I didn't smash this dirt down very much. But the nut will mostly be exposed. If you're a neat freak, close your eyes. There's going to be a little dirt flying around. So there you have it. We got several hundred chestnuts planted. We got about 100 of the English white oaks planted. We'll get the rest of them planted up here in a few days when I have a little more time. But for now, we got these going. We got a little space heater underneath, and we got a little enclosed shelter, so we'll see how it goes this year. Say bye.